Hello everyone and welcome back to our blind let's play Ace Attorney Investigations with Miles Edgeworth. My name is FlightlessBird, this is Story's Gaming Channel, and today we're continuing on with the last case in the first game. And we gotta talk to Mr. Lang here. Hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. Have you finished checking out all the bystanders? Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and 1 burst of ran a light, sir. Don't tell me you didn't find anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lang. Well, if it isn't, Mr. Prosecutor, I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. Yes, indeed. Well, after I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba? We're to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of today. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home of an ancient matter. Heh, as if I could be so easily called away from this case after I come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth or drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Well, the dots? Yeah, Takadatsu's a parent. You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagaratsu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw the thief, alright. With my own 2 eyes. The Yatagaratsu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of "It's the Yatagaratsu" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got the area lit again, the deaf thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension cord for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain, the Yatagaratsu was here. So you're saying that basically all you saw was the thief's silhouette? Yes. If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else. Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with the same shape. Not among the staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow? That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagaratsu. I believe I figured out its true origin. I expected no less from my subordinate. Now, let's hear what you know on the subject. What really casts a shadow of the Yatagaratsu? The statue? The only thing I can think of? Oh wait, I can go side to side. Oh, this statue, because you got the leap behind it. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagaratsu. Is it not possible that was created by this statue? Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagaratsu. You are correct. However, the statue is but one part of the whole picture. What do you mean by only one part? What is the other part? For the real form of the Yatagatsu's shadow, it's the leaf. Francisca, if you could take a look at this, don't you find it a bit suspicious? That's it all. As I thought. Well, you see, I was merely testing you just now. Oh, I got it wrong. Darn it. I should say because I'm about to run out of HP. We have no time to waste. They're the purpose talk, so get on with the explanation already. Arrgh! I guess, Francisca, I just couldn't understand my point. I need to think this through again. Now the Yatagatsu's shadow. There really is only one thing that can explain how it was cast. It must be this. I thought for sure it was the lead. The podium? Not the podium. Ah! Alright, well, we only have 1 hit point left, so we might as well just purposely fail this. Could have swore it was the leaf, though. Let me try clicking on different part of the leaf. Huh. Oh, the shadow had been cast from the other side. I understand. Well, it's getting late. Why don't you go on home and get some rest? I think we could do without a prosecutor who's just playing around, you know. Whoa, I'm not doing anything of the sort. You may not be trying to, but the way I see it, that's all you're doing. And I don't think I can swallow any more of you messing up my turf. Now get out of here, go home. Arrgh. Is this all I could do? Maybe it's the other statue. The two statues simultaneously coming together? I mean, it's possible, right? What am I gonna retry? Where am I? How far back does this take me? I don't think it takes me back far at all. Yeah, this doesn't take me far back at all. Because I asked about this. And that's when he talks about the shadow. Maybe I should save here. Rather than the other spot. Now we have, okay. So point to the thing that we think is a shadow. Wait, what? I thought we were supposed to point to the thing with the shadow. Oh no, when I saved, I probably... When I hit retry, I probably hit... I probably didn't click on everything. So I may have to go back and re-click on things. Well, this is kind of annoying. I have no idea where the retry kicked me out at. So we had the lights. We have these lights. Maybe I had to talk to the MIB guy. How is investigation proceeding on your end? Lindsay says that's top secret. If we go to attempt to imitate disappear, at least do it well. I don't suppose he believes in the accidental leakage of information. Alright, let me click on this. Okay, it looks like Maybe the game saved after I clicked on the fountain. Okay, fountain spouts added. Alright, here we got Larry. Okay. So now we basically clicked on everything. I'm sorry about that delay, my friends. Unfortunately, I really shouldn't. I didn't know retry would take me back all the way over here. But yeah, it took me back quite a distance. And all I did was save like 1 HP hit. So yeah, that totally wasn't worth it. But I think we'll get through this pretty quick. As soon as he stops talking about his son being missing. And there he goes. It's pretty cool seeing him go in and out of the water though. I really love the animations in this game. There we go. That's what we want. Yeah, like I said, only saved me 1 hit. Which is kind of annoying. Well, let's go ahead and hit the statue because we know this was the first one. And now I can save here. And this will give me the second one. Although I think the answer is the other shadow. I mean the other statue. It's another statue? The Yatagarasu shadow was made from the shadows of these 2 statues. Yeah, okay. Made? What do you mean by that? Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared. You believe that the 2 shadows will create the Yatagarasu shadow? Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarasu. First, if we set up a spotlight to cast a shadow of King Primado in the battlefield, the shadow of the king's statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, if we set up a light on the queen who spoke of love to King Primado, her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage. Aha! So if they were to combine the 2 shadows, it looks nothing like the Yatagarasu shadow. It kind of does. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Calm down, Francisca. It just means like one of the shadows is slightly off of where it was, right? The way the light needs to be shown on the queen's statue is wrong. What do you mean by that? I believe that the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow was only used 1 part of her shadow. Only 1 part? Yeah, that's what I said. Yes, and that 1 part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagarasu shadow. Reminds me a lot of Resident Evil 7. You remember the shadow puzzles in that game? It was really cool. Why did you say that in the first place? You're right. I apologize. Now, what part of the queen's statue is used? Her hand. Her hand. Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now, what does that remind you of? Ah! That's right. It can only be the shadow of the queen's left hand. Francisca, can we please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. Bingo. It's... yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand and then pulled the plug, and people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was also a part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarasu shadow had vanished. Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagarasu never did visit Alabasta tonight. The only country that thief visited was Babal, although it can be assumed that the Yatagaratsu had an accomplice in Alabast. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was a person who set up the shadow show. I sense that the biggest clue yet to solving this case is the existence of this accomplice. Who's that? Let's get the HP back. Well, most of it back. How's the investigation going? Who is this? Oh, hey, Bad. Detective Bad. Have you come to join us in investigating the Yatagaratsu? Well, I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagaratsu. So yes. So, what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure, but you might regret it. We're here because they are ready to face whatever may come. So, if you please. When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist. She gave me an interesting picture. A journalist? Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. Oh, dear Lord! Apparently what this case needed was a little more heart. This is the photo I got from her. Sounds like something that a lot of heart would produce. Yeah, something confusing as always. What in the world? The Yatagaratsu is flying through the air. Well, the times, they are changing. It's not just a man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now. Well, actually, if you go back into the Ace Attorney trilogy games, there were a couple times when the evidence told us things that we thought we knew what they were saying, but we didn't know what they were saying because of the way that the evidence was given to us. Doesn't mean that the evidence was lying to us, just meant the interpretation of the evidence was a lie. Well, I shouldn't say a lie, but not the entire story. How's that? When was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from the nearby building that you can see the embassy from. I see. So this was taken after the fire. Photo of the Yatagaratsu data jotted down in my organizer. The blur in this picture took off from the Bubbly's embassy, flew over the boundary and headed for the embassy of Alabast. This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight. Is that a fact? I remember a couple of cases. I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. Yep, I remember that. The dots. Actually, come to think of it, I have come across a case like that as well. Two, actually. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagaratsu took off from the Bubbly's embassy, so I should start from there. Francisca, I need you to return to the Babal investigation for a bit. All right. So, the Yatagaratsu was just a shadow. The color card that was set is what went everyone off. is what threw everyone off and made them assume things. It's possible that all of the events tonight were part of the overall plan. I'm going to continue investigating on the other person's side. You two, as I always say, don't do anything stupid, alright? I wonder if he's a fight. It's unusual for him to be so nice. I think it's simply that he is concerned for our well-being, Francisca. Besides, maybe it's changed over the 7 years, you know? Ha! What a farce! Turns out that what I thought was the Equinox's shadow was some statues instead. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Everyone was in a panic. And here I thought you'd come over to throw some sarcastic remark in my face. Of course not. You and I were both in one mind in pursuit of the truth. But are we really of one mind, though? I'll be returning to the Bobal investigation now. I'll contact you if I find anything. You sure are stubborn as a rock. Alright, nothing from MIB guy. I accidentally pressed talk button twice. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building. Alright, I'm counting on you. I like how we keep bouncing back between partners that we've had in the game so far. I think that's really, really neat. Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation. Is she throwing punches? Yeah, she is. Yes, let's. So over to Babal. Gotta go all the way over to Babal. Wow, this place looks... Talk about scorched earth. Oh, and look, all the American stuff, like, survived. It's amazing. Fire actually wasn't as bad as what it could have been, right? March 14th, 10:37 p.m., Bubbly's Embassy Secretary's office. I mean, when you think about how big that fire was, just go back and look at the thumbnail from the first part of this case. That fire was raging enormously high. So, yeah. To think, after all that running around, we're right back where we started. It would appear that way. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. This guy again. Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Plano, but I have yet to find his killer. Well, then I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagaratsu. Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagaratsu. The real Yatagaratsu is a noble vigilante who's only out to steal the truth. Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright? Mr. Plano? Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh, sure. Please feel free to investigate to your heart's content. Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. If it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything. Thank you, Mr. Plano. You're a total gentleman. You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss. Hey, Sir Plano. Those two sure got a chummy awfully quickly. You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin? We should probably start by comparing the state of this room and after the fire, or before and after the fire. And then we should look into the manner of the suspicious person you spotted. Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that person I was chasing is Mr. Coach's killer. We don't know that yet. However, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Miss Yu is also somehow involved. I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Coach's killer. Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved in this case. Yeah, you're telling me! This case is very confusing. Speaking of the Yatagarasu and mysteries, I received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bad. Uncle Bad? He's taking part in the investigation too? Yes, he has been chasing after the Yatagarasu for all these years. Uncle Bad? Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire. What? This kind of looks like the person in long coat I was chasing. Does this mean that I was chasing the fake Yatagarasu after all? I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either. Here's my guess. This shadow thing, I'm a jig. This isn't a person. This is a coat. Someone took off the coat and like threw it out the window. But this could be how that person escaped. Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. But if that's true, how do we not find the coat anywhere? Because we would have found that, right? In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off. Alright, left is always right. Let's start with the left. You can see the Alabastan Embassy through this window. So, where were you going? Where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth? As you can see it from here, I was there on the 5th floor. That's where the Master II was killed. What? You don't mean the Sergeant Master II? Aw, poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this. Even though the Master II was merely an imposter of the original. It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire. Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, so I see the bobblies and ink. Let's check the chair first. That looks like a very comfortable chair. Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting in it? No, I'd better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times. Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes. That's because I'm a prosecutor and it's part of my job to examine things. And my job is to be a great thief. Which is exactly why you are not allowed to touch anything. Oh, an open drawer. It would appear that this desk also fell victim to the fire. But it doesn't look like too damaged. Oh, I think we could rifle through this door a bit. I suppose we really should take a look. Ah, stuff. It seems that the content of this drawer survived the fire rather well. Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess that's the value of solid wood construction. Let's see if there's anything useful left in here, Mr. Edgeworth. This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere. But from where? So I guess embassy phones are just like normal phones, huh? Well, what did you imagine them to look like? I thought that bubbles would look like a flower and the receiver would be like a butterfly. That way it looked like the butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower base. Wow, that's some imagination right there. If any country had a flower phone, it would be Alabas, don't you think? Oh, well then maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from the, when they were at Cadopia. There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place. Huh, you know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and imagination. I gotta hand it to her, she makes up for that. There is only one book left standing here, Treasures of the World. Wait, what? Let me see that. Uh-huh, I see. Ah. The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, cruel fate, why? It looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burnt. Aw, poor Kay. There is a bottle of Bubbly's ink on Mr. Cochin's desk. And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink. Hey, Mr. Plano. It looks like your precious Bubbly's ink is alright after all. What? Well, that's odd. Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just that there's something strange about the ink. Would you mind elaborating on your statement for me, please? Okay, so gotta go ask him about it. It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them. Babal sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own? I could call it the Great Thief Coupon. And what kind of discounts would that net you? The 5-finger kind, what else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer. Things such as the truth. What else would I steal? What I want to give to have a mountain of your coupons right about now. It looks like a bunch of flyers. Oh, so that's the same. What about this? Manny Cochin. His name is written on here on the nameplate. Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office? I suppose it's to warn people in case they walk into the wrong room by mistake. Do you think maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget? Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to sit a nameplate on one's desk. Alright. Give me 1 second, you all. Okay, I am back. One of the great things about recording episodes. If I need to take a small little break, I can go ahead and do that. A fireplace, huh? So Bobo's offices have them too. I was just all like stifled. Need to get some fresh air or something. 2. There is a fireplace in relatively the same location of the Abelaston office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace. All the questionable dots? If it was that traumatizing, why don't you try creating new memories with this fireplace? You could climb inside and we could play hide and seek. And come out covered in suits. I think not. Ark, you really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth? Is there like a secret passageway in that one too? Ambassador Plano, what exactly used to be here? Well, that used to be a stack of brand new pamphlets. But it looks like they were all burned up. I guess we'll just have to reprint them. But no matter how fast we reprint them, they always disappear so quickly. Is the Bubbly's tourism industry really that hot right now? Of course. Although, recently, the most popular vacation destination has been the Republic of Borginia. Oh, there's a name we haven't heard in a while. But we refuse to lose to them. So we've been hard at work promoting Baba. Interesting. Well, I just recently returned from a trip to Borginia myself. Oh, and how did you like it? It was alright. I probably shouldn't bring up the fact that I was a suspect on the flight home. Yeah, probably not. It appears that Mr. Cochin's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all that is left to tell the tale of the murder. It's the charred remains of a fallen ceiling fan. Oh, I've seen a few of these before. They spin around and around and play music. I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies. Yes, that's it. But they're nothing alike. They're totally alike. They spin those babies around like a record. I see. I guess I can see how you might think like that. So this is the real Primo statue. Yeah, and unfortunately it's the one that got burnt. This is really valuable, right? That's what they say. No, Kay, you're not seriously considering the theft of the statue, are you? No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I wasn't thinking anything about that at all. No sirree. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue is worth. That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Something else here. Ambassador Plano, would you happen to know what these charged remains are of? I don't know, actually. But I don't think there was anything there that should have been flammable. And so it remains mystery as to what was burned here. A grandfather clock. This one resembles the one in Alabast. Oh, that clock has been with us since we were still in Codopia. That is one big clock? Hey, does this one have a bird that pops out like a cuckoo clock? Oh, I'm sorry, but no. Oh, but I'm sure you'll love its chime. Really? It's going to be 11 soon, so maybe I'll get to hear it then. Is it that time already? Time sure flies by when I'm involved in investigation. Oh, it's not that late. The night's only just begun. Okay. It's not good for you to stay up late, you know. Yes, Gramps. It looks like all the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. Not really. I just don't believe it. Murder on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Yatagarasu. The fake Yatagarasu is guilty of much more than just theft, it seems. I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf. You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you could buy virtually anywhere. You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location, each has its own value. And items that have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all. But could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that? Well, no, because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. We still don't know where the blade of the Bobbly's knife went. Could it be that the killer walked away with it? Ambassador Plano, what exactly used to be here? Oh, that used to be a stack of brand new pamphlets. But it looks like they were all burned up. I guess we'll just have to reprint them. But no matter how fast we reprint them, they always disappear so quickly. Is the Bobbly's tourism industry really that hot right now? Well, of course. Although, recently, the most popular vacation oh, okay, that's the same. We've done this before. Alright, investigation. Is there really any place left we haven't checked out yet in the Bobbly's embassy? Interpol was conducting its investigation when you were being held by Agent China. Because of that, I was unable to examine the fireplace in Secretariat's office. True, and since it's here, we should talk with Ambassador Polino some more too. He looks so sad and lonely since Mr. Cochin died. Yes, he does. And you are correct. I have a few issues I still need to discuss with him. We should make the best of this opportunity. Huh. I have only got one thing to say to this. The real Yatagarasu can't fly through the air. Okay, what about the do? Nope, nothing here. Okay, what does our logic look like? Connected fireplaces. Not much. Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask you about your movements before the fire broke out. Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about? Which one? There was more than one fire tonight. Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at the Bobbly's embassy tonight. Oh, what a bother all that was. How do we have 2 fires? Wait, but the only fire we know about was the one after the Gem and Ninja show. Well, the first occurred at the start of the Gem and Ninja show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire. Not wanting to cause a panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it internal. Then the fire after the Gem and Ninja show was the second one of the night. Exactly. So the fire witness was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make reference to the first fire? When was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires, on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. Yeah, he did. But I would never knew that because I never knew there was another fire. I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out. Photo of Yatagratsu data updating my organizer. So then, what was the extent of the damage in the second fire? The second fire was contained in this floor, the 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fire on the floors above it that caused it. That's, how should I put it, a very bad stroke of luck. My office on the 5th floor. Manny's office here. And Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye. Fires and Babal data jotted down in my organizer. I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Plano. Oops, look at me, going on and on. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask about again? We were discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were. And if you happen to know what Mr. Coach's actions and whereabouts were as well. Oh yes, very well, let's see. I've been quite busy all day from morning until now. First, I woke up and then I brushed my teeth, and after that, I had a roll for breakfast. Fascinating. How about if you just skip to the relevant parts for me? Oh, you like a cadet's version? Alright, I can do that for you. Morning activities. So, what did Mr. Cochin and you do this morning? Well, originally, we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the German Ninja. But Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Cochin's office. Why were you not cleaning your own? Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations. Renovations from top to bottom. Which is why both the primitive statue and the Bobbly's knife set are down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace. I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain though, huh? Oh, about that. I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. Ha ha ha. I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me. An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of a secretary's anger. Really? Oh, he was very good at being mad. Why, even just this morning, he got mad at me. I spilled some Bubbly's ink onto the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. And he got mad at me, saying that I should treat the ink with more respect. Apparently, orders go up the chain of command around here. Ambassador Plano's testimony. Well, that's about what we did this morning. Just some cleaning. Don't tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all. Alright, what about your afternoon activities? Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Cochin did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went out together to the Theatrum Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So, they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. A little while later, after I had straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theater because I was to take part in the photo op outstage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo op with the German ninja. He seemed to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit, I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pushed in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So, you didn't see Mr. Cochin again after the start of the Steel Samurai show. Oh yes, well that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying there in an eternal sleep. I see. Ambassador Plano, I thank you very much for your help. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there is anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright? What about his ink? I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Cochin's bottle of ink. I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by roaring green flames! The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all. Interesting, because the green flames are caused by the ink, right? No, it's caused by wick crystal oil. Isn't that the same as the ink? Because the ink over here wasn't touched. And the fire, so the fire shouldn't be green, right? The flames are so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all. The fire was green. What was the cause? Well, wick crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this light turn. And Bobby's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green. You know, I too had thought it was May's ink that had caught on fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on his desk. The case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery. Yeah, that is mysterious. What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? Spill bottles of ink onto the back wall while burning files and fireplace. So that's what caused the green fire? Everything this morning happened exactly as I said it did in my testimony or statement. Manny and I want to do a photo shoot with the German ninja, so we tidied up his office. Well, that's about it. I can't think of anything else of interest. If this guy is to be believed, an ambassador's job consists only of wasting time. I lost a lot of things to those fires. Things like the many coupons we had printed, discount tickets for the cafeteria, and I should think that those plastic coupons were not the biggest victim here. That's the truth. Ambassador Plano, I was wondering if you might have some thoughts on this. I think that you would know a lot more about the case than I. So let me make it up to you for not knowing anything about that with these coupons. Thank you, however, I feel I must decline. Alright, so he's gonna say this for all the items that actually can get through them really fast though. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna give me any new information if, well, maybe the lantern. Bubbly's ink consists mostly of wick crystal oil. One lit, the hole in the ink burns a bright yellow green. It makes for a great science experiment. Here, give it a try with this. Yes, well, I understand your enthusiasm, but the amount you gave me earlier is enough. I see, well that's too bad. In that case, why don't you have a few more of these coupons? I've got plenty. I have plenty of those too. Where is he conjuring those blasted things from? Samurai dogs. The statue? The statue resembles that hero, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, what would you say to change its name to the Steel Samurai statue? It just might attract a few more tourists to our country if it did, right? I'm not sure what to think. I thought that thing was a national treasure. Okay, nothing about the spear. Nothing on the note. Or the flowers. I can't believe that Bubbly's ink was being used in such an evil scheme. And if people were to find out, oh, that would really tarnish the global image of Bubble. Oh, this is really bad. Really, really bad. Oh, Bubble's in a bind now. Is it just me, or it is words that match his facial expressions? Alright, so this is the same about the ink, about the wick crystal. Nothing about the knife handle. Oh dear. If people were to find out that a murder occurred at our embassy, oh, the number of tourists would plummet, as would our revenues. It'd be a disaster. What are we going to do? He really does seem worried. Perhaps I should refrain from bringing this up. I can't believe that. Okay. So this is the same as well. So this key can become a knife. Oh, that's some trick. This key was originally stolen from your embassy 7 years ago. Yes, oh my, this is fascinating. Are you listening to me at all, Ambassador? Wow, this is really very fascinating. He's so absorbed in playing with the key that my voice is failing to reach him. It's like a kid with a new toy. Okay, so this is the same about not bringing up the murder. And this is the same about the Steel Samurai. A lot of similar responses. Oh, isn't that about our great embassy? Ah, how do you like our pamphlets? I feel indifferent about them, to be honest. I'm just using this as evidence. Oh, that's too bad. In that case, I guess we'll just have to try harder to make more charming ones. I just had a flash of inspiration. We should make all our pamphlets into coupon books. Oh, the dots. His expectations of what a coupon can do is just a tad hyperinflated. Oh, is that a prosecutor's badge? It has a very cool design. Aha, I know. We should start selling items like this as souvenirs and blah. The tourists will absolutely go nuts over them. Please don't compare a proud symbol of my profession to a cheap souvenir. Alright, so we've asked them everything. We only have 2 things, and they definitely don't match. But we did have a deducement here. Or a deduction. Deducement? What the heck is a deducement? With this thing here. Souvenir from elsewhere. The guitar pick? It would appear. Nope. To what exactly? Alright, so perhaps it wasn't related after all. Oh wait, don't tell me. Is this something that thieves can't see? Why don't we say that's it and move on? I was just joking, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. It's just my way of saying that when you make a mistake, you should just admit to it. It appears that she noticed after all. I really should carefully re-examine this area for clues. Alright, so it's gotta be a, what kind of... I thought maybe this back end got put onto that. That's why I thought about this. I mean, I don't really see anything that could be. I don't... I suppose it was a type to use the ink in both a legal and illegal capacity. Maybe I had to deduce the fire? Or the lantern? Quite maybe? I think I saved, but I just want to double check. No, it's not related. I think it's this thing that I have to use somehow. I just don't know how. Yeah, that's not working. But what does this relate to? Maybe a knife? No. I mean, it looks like it's a stand of some kind, right? I mean, you would put an object on it. Well, what object do I have? A knife? Let's see. The samurai dogs? Nope. Alright, well, my friends, my name is FlightlessBird. This is Toy-Based Gaming Channel. This is our blind Let's Play. It's attorney investigation Miles Edgeworth. I will come back to this tomorrow with a fresh outlook and try to figure out what we're supposed to do. But until then, thank you for everything. I love you all so very much. Can't say how much I appreciate all of your support. Hope you guys have had a lot of fun. And until next time, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.